Matt Fontana, and as always, take it easy. A situation I didn't think we were going to be in this season with the Cleveland Browns. And it's a positive, it's a negative. The positive is Shedeur Sanders played well enough to win a football game. The situation I did not think we would be in, no one else played well enough to win a game. The defense, okay, the special teams, that is not shocking. And then Kevin Stefanski with, I can try to explain to everybody today what the hell he was thinking about by going for 2 instead of kicking the field goal. They get in their little analytics book and they read too much and it's paralysis by analysis. I try to explain it later, but it's a situation I did not think that we would be in. But it's a positive for our guy. It used to be just be Ryan's guy, but now he's our guy, Shedeur Sanders. He played well enough to win that football game. And if you can't see that, and if you can't admit that, then you just have a bias against him, or you don't know football. I don't know. And I don't mean talking down to people. We have great people watch our show. There's people like Shedeur and don't. Just admit that the guy's getting better, and he played well enough to win that game on Sunday. Can he play well enough in a goose down parka that's going to be neat? It's going to be like minus 20 in Chicago this weekend. So a little eye-opener for Shedeur and the Browns. They go travel to take on the Bears. We'll take a look at those Bears with the report card. We'll get to that finicky grid. Can we hit a parlay, Ryan? Please.
We could try.
We're trying hard, man. We'll get to the parlay coming up, and we'll discuss just the absolutely shocking reports and news about Sherrone Moore when it comes to Michigan. We got it all for you, presented by FanDuel, right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. So happy to have you along this week on our show. Appreciate it. 2 minutes you spend with us, you watch the whole show. Thank you very much for that. Check us out Thursday nights, 7 o'clock on the YouTube side of things, on Twitter X, at Matt Fontana Show. Fridays on the Rock, presented by FanDuel. Did you see some of these bets? For not only the NBA Cup coming out, but like Oklahoma City might be a minus money favorite to win the championship by the new year. They are incredible right now, but we'll tell you about our friends at FanDuel, Physicians Ambulance, and Garage Beer. So we start with the Browns, and a situation, Ryan, that, like, if I told you, hey, Shedeur Sanders played well enough to win a game, you would assume with our defense that that's a win. You would assume that that would have been a win. Special teams I sent off to the side because I have no idea what they're doing there anymore. And again, coaching made some massive mistakes in that game. Like, there's only a few people that can show up to that facility on Monday and go, did my job. Shedeur Sanders was one of them. And you still lost that game. It's a mark of a bad football team. I know it gets, like, the coach speak. It gets annoying when you hear coaches talk about complementary football and all 3 phases of the game. Legit, that is why you lost, is because you did not have that. You had a defense that has been impeccable for most of the season, and they let Tony Pollard look like freaking Derrick Henry and Chris Johnson combined.
You just had to say that stat. That's honestly on you.
Somebody sent me a message. And they go, stop doing the report card. So on last week's show, I brought a stat up that Tony Pollard was the only starting running back in the NFL that had yet to have a 100-yard game. And what did he do? He got 100 yards in 2 runs and smoked us. My bad. Somebody sent me a DM. They go, stop doing the report card, man. Stop it. Sorry. My bad. What was up with that? Like, I want to get back to Shedeur in a second. People are trying to, they were going for sacks, right? They were getting, that was the thing. They were so aggressive. They kept getting up the field, and then they just kept running behind him with screens, and Pollard would just get past. I don't think it was tell me if this is a crazy take or not. I don't think they're chasing Myles Garrett's sack record because he's going to get it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, why would you put effort towards getting it? The guy needs 2.5 sacks. He'll get that. Don't worry about it.
I mean, one, it's not like Myles. You look at Myles and be like, run stopper. He's a run stopper.
Well, he can stop
the
run,
run, sure, but that's not his calling card.
Right.
I haven't heard of this angle. Malik Collins.
Yes, no, that got brought up. He was not there. Yeah, and that was a massive loss. That is going to be a massive loss.
And then you also just, at the same time, you got to give credit to the Titans for executing.
Sure, and that's where I think they had the game plan. Like, I don't know if you're a boxing or MMA fan. They slipped a jab in there and they caught you. You're coming in, you're all aggressive, and they just slip one in there, and you're like, holy cow. Like, you got stunned. That's what happened to the Browns. And still, You had a chance. You had a shot. You got down the field. Everybody's bringing up all these stats. Shedeur is one of 4 quarterbacks since 1999 to throw for 350 and account for 4 touchdowns in a game.
Hall of Famer.
I think it was something even more incredible about a rookie that had done that for the Browns. Like, and that's the debate will always rage on about Shedeur because there is biases. There are people that don't want him to be good. I don't know. It's frankly getting exhausting to discuss. I want to talk about a guy playing quarterback for my football team. He's a young guy that could be the answer. I look at Sunday, loss aside, and that was a great game for the Browns because Shedeur showed you improvement. What were some of the things, Ryan, that we were concerned about when he first got in there? The taking the sacks. There is a sack statistic out there that shows you that Shedeur is top 10 all time for rookies in sack percentages, being that he's avoiding them. He's not taking sacks, right? Because we're all worried about him, running and backwards and giving up ground and all that. They fixed that. What did I ask for? The holding the ball. He was getting the ball out quicker. Oh, gee, how novel. A young guy got some coaching and is getting better. Crazy thoughts over there. That's what, like, this debate about Shedeur just continues to rage on. It's like, why can't we just sit back and say, I hope he gets better. I see him getting better. Let's put our energy towards that. But we can't because you should have won that game. You should have won that game. And the conspiracy theorists, well, like, whoa, tanking for the pick or they're not doing that. They were trying really hard to win that game, and they just kept screwing it up. So, like, I'm seeing the progression from Shedeur Sanders. Let's continue on. Sunday is going to be a mess. Sunday is going to be terrible. It's going to be below, like, I think somebody said below 20. It's going to be like 20 below with the wind chill. It's not going to be a fun football game to play. It'll be fun to watch from my couch. It'll be fun to go if you dress properly. So my buddies and I in college one time went to a game, and the Browns were bad. It was December. We were all on Christmas break. And they show up my college house. We wake up that morning, Ryan, like 4:45, down in Muni Lot, get after it, right? I'm in Carhartt coveralls, boots, and hunting gear. My buddies are in jeans. And I go, what are you guys doing? Well, wanted to look good for the game. Look good for the game? What do you mean? What are you trying to pick up chicks at the Browns game? What are you doing? We got to our seats. They spent most of the game in the team shop.
Yeah, I bet.
Because and then I drove. I had the keys. I'm like, Matt, let's leave. And I go, my rear end, we're leaving. I'm warm. I feel fine. I'm going to sit here and watch this football game. You guys can huddle in the bathroom if you need to. So if you dress, it's not so bad. But Sunday is going to be a rough go for the Browns. We'll see how it goes. All right, Kevin Stefanski. The not kicking the extra point and going for 2, if people know that situation, you were down 14. Why don't you just kick the extra point and be down by 7? Because the analytics in a crazy world, I know people don't want to hear this and it's annoying. It's better to do that to try to go win the game because then later on, what do we need to do? Do we need to go for 2 again? They botched that play that I know he came out and he kept saying, well, we've run that play 1,000 times. And Kevin clearly taking some heat off of Tommy Reese for that on that play call, but he kept saying, we've run that play. And I think some of the players came out, they go, we've run that play since training camp. Okay, blame the players then. I love Quinshon Judkins. It obviously was a bad execution on that play, and that's why he lost. Now, you could have taken him to overtime, and people are always saying, no, you go to overtime at home. And it was also another thing about the momentum. You had the Titans on the run. So that's where I would have kicked the field goal, analytics aside, kick the extra point, be down 7, then go for 2 and try to win the game. Or if you really feel like, maybe we're better off just going to overtime. I'm not excusing the decision. I understand where the decision was coming from. Ryan, that was a terrible in-game adjustment from Kevin Stefanski. I'm sorry it was.
Analytically, right, that's the correct decision.
Yeah.
So I think you can't necessarily let your hate or love for Kevin kind of dictate your feelings on that specific situation. Because if you don't like Kevin, certainly you're going to be upset he went for that because it didn't work. No kidding. But again, analytics don't tell the whole story, right? Like, at some point, you got to realize the scenario you're in. You're relying on a bunch of rookies as this rookie class comes in to produce.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
What is the opposite of analytics? human input and feel. What is part of a football game is exactly what I was just talking about. You had the Titans on the run. They were not feeling good about themselves late in that game.
Like, analytics doesn't know that the player that you need to execute that is Quinshon Judkins. Now, but I thought Kevin Stefanski, you're right. Like, he could have put Quinshon under the bus, I thought. Obviously, he would never do that. Because from what I thought was Quinshon was supposed to read whether it was man or zone. If the guy comes across, then he doesn't lateral it. Well, he stayed put, and he should have lateraled it, and then it turned into a throw. So, whatever. You
saw that moment where he realized that and realized it was too far gone and we're in trouble here. And, yeah, you could say, well, just run the ball. Like, why do you got to get all flippy and all crazy with all these trick plays?
Or just keep Shedeur on the field. A lot of people didn't like.
Yeah, that's got to get fixed. The Wildcat's done. I liked it for a few times with Judkins. I never thought it was an effective thing. Like, we need to move off of that. But the other debate about what's going to happen with Stefanski and Barry, I don't know, man. And I really think that at a point, Kevin Stefanski might just want to get out of here too. I thought about this a lot getting ready for the show this week. I thought about it a lot, but didn't really look this up. That's kind of how I work. Kevin Stefanski is in year 6, right? He's finishing his 6th season as the Browns head coach. He has 2 playoff appearances and 2 winning seasons. Ryan, what other coach lasts 6 years? Let me just start with that. What other coaches last 6 years at a job? You know, Zach Taylor, they went to a Super Bowl. Sean McDermott, like, outside of Tomlin and Reed and Harbaugh and all that kind of stuff. But, like, I was really thinking, I'm like, man, he's had this job for a long time. Long time. And if you're not having that consistent success, and we all know why they're not, don't eventually you say it's just not working? Don't you eventually just say, like, we just need to try something? And this is somebody who I think Kevin Stefanski is a good coach. I've been a Kevin Stefanski defender for a long time. This season has given me serious questions, though. There are a lot of things that I don't like what I'm seeing about the Cleveland Browns right now. And I'm just starting to come, not from like a venomous, angry angle, but just to be like, you know what? Maybe this is best for everybody. Maybe this is just truly the best. Now you start to question, well, can you hire a guy that's better? There's there's a lot of reports out Kevin Stefanski would walk into another job somewhere else. I don't care about that. I don't care about what job that he would get after this. That's his business. The Browns want to try to trade him to somebody. Giants want to call with a draft pick. Trade him away. Trade him away. Get the contract off the books. It makes it look a little better, I guess, than just firing him straight up. But I'm just wondering if we've hit a point that you just go, it just ain't working anymore. It's just not working anymore. And that's bad, and he could go off to great success. I don't know, but like I'm really starting to get a fear that we're getting close to that, and that just creates a whole nother. You got to go trying to draft a quarterback if you still want to draft a quarterback. If you want to do this, want to do that, like it's not a good situation right now. And it's if they really are going to clean house, then do it. And I'm not saying Andrew Barry should go to like okay, he had one good draft class, great. Do you want to see what he does next year? I don't know. But it's like, that's the tough part about the Haslam's decision right now. What are you going to do?
Well, then here's the other element to it, because if you do clean house, then are you going to try to find somebody, if you're Jimmy Haslam, that likes Shedeur and wants to work with Shedeur? Or when you get a whole new regime in here, is it going to be one of those situations where they don't want anything to do with Shedeur?
You see, that was a debate. Jason Lloyd was bringing that up this week. Like, say you sit down, you call Ryan Tyler. He's a hot, up-and-coming offensive coordinator, and he's your guy for head coach. And you sit down for an 8-hour meeting with the Haslams. You're really at the end of it going to go, I'm not going to really work with Shedeur Sanders. No. In those interviews, you're selling yourself to them as much as they are interviewing you. You got to come in with a binder and go, look at all these things that I'm going to do to fix Shedeur. Look at all these things, these ideas that I have for Shedeur Sanders. That's how you get the job.
Well, it's also very hinging on if it's just a Kevin split or if it's a Kevin and Andrew split. But at this point, it doesn't seem, it seems more so Andrew's more safe, doesn't it? And especially, doesn't it seem like just in the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months, maybe within the fan base, it kind of seems like they're okay with Andrew Barry staying now.
It's mostly because their anger has turned to Kevin.
Yeah.
The anger used to be strictly at Andrew Barry because Kevin took you to the playoffs with 5 quarterbacks because he's won 2 Coach of the Year. There was, at a point, no reason to be angry at Kevin Stefanski. So you could focus solely on being angry at Andrew Barry. Now, the anger has flipped and shifted to the coach. And that's why you're angry. And let's call it for what it is. The coach has more direct impact on winning games or not. You got to have a good roster, but your coach on Sunday can help you win or lose a game. Unfortunately, we know which one he helped do on Sunday. All right, we got to take a look at those Bears. How good are they? They're good. They're pretty good. It's going to be cold. It's going to be windy. It's going to be terrible. We'll talk about the Bears. We'll get to the report card coming up and the parlay, the grid. We got it all for it. I loved our poll question that we put out at Matt Fontana Show. We'll get to that coming up. Drop us a follow on Twitter X. Which rivalry would you rather never lose in again? Ohio State, Michigan, Browns, Steelers. We'll discuss that, and I'll cast my vote on that coming up. Ryan knows which way I'm going on that, but that's all right. We'll get to that coming up. Folks, physicians, ambulance hiring, EMTs, paramedics, or even if you are just getting out of school, you just got your certifications. You know, shout out to Tri-C. They have an amazing firefighting paramedic program there. Even if you're just thinking about a career change and you're thinking about going down this path, Physicians Ambulance might be a place for you. 8 locations, headquartered in Brecksville, satellites, North Ridgeville, Menor, Kent, Warren, Ashland, Worcester, and Columbus. But here's the thing. You go into Physicians Ambulance, even as like a green person, like this is your first job. They continuous education, advanced care capabilities. They invest in their employees, one of the newest and updated fleets of vehicles that you can find, updated protocols, vehicles fully stocked, organized. Training is cutting edge, and your managers have your back. I'd love to work for Physicians Ambulance. I'm not an EMT or a paramedic, but I would love to work Physicians Ambulance because I know how they treat their employees and I know how great they are as a company. So reach out to them, physiciansambulance.com, full-time, part-time, municipal. You already work for a city. You just want some part-time hours to pick up in 2026. Reach out to Physicians Ambulance. They'd love to hear from you. They do a lot of event medicine around Northeast Ohio, organ transports, skilled patient transports, emergency transports. They do it all at Physicians Ambulance. So reach out to them today. Tell them we sent you. Apply today and help them continue to set the standard at Physicians Ambulance. Take a look at those Chicago Bears. We'll do it next. Fontana Show right here on Big Play.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Smart Choice Windows. Energy-efficient products at an affordable price. Visit smartchoicewindows.com today.
All right, here we go. Browns, Bears, a legacy type of game. Two of the older franchises in football history, if you will. And one of the final ones that we get outdoors with these teams, right? Think about this. I don't know this future schedules. This might be the last game between the Browns and the Bears they play outside. They're getting a dome. We're getting a dome.
Very true.
Isn't there something wrong with that? Don't you feel something wrong with that? Not really?
A little bit.
A little bit?
I mean, you know,
now, you could look at Sunday where it's going to be negative 15 and go, I'd rather be sitting in a heated dome. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. The dome's happening. There's nothing I can do. I'll go chain myself to a pole on Brook Park. I'll chain myself to the Ford plant. No! It's going to happen anyway. Fontana Show here in Big Play presented by FanDuel, Garage Beer, and Physicians Ambulance. It's Ryan. Let's get to it. Our report card. We start with the quarterbacks. Caleb Williams. And, like,
not mind-blowing stats. That's for
sure. And then there's, like, it's crazy because, I don't want to say crazy, like, he doesn't have a 300-yard game this season. And, like, I'm not saying that he should, but it's like he's averaging right around 240, which isn't bad. But I think it's just more about he's, like, actually playing that position where they're running the hell out of the football. We'll talk about the backs coming up in a little bit. And, like, I'm looking at their season, right? So they're 9-4. They've had 13 games. I can do that math. I think they've had 6 different leading receivers in a game. Like, it's been DJ Moore, who, by the way, they do not throw the football to anymore. Komet, Odunze, who's hurt, Colston Loveland, DeAndre Swift was the leading receiver for them in a game. So he distributes the football well. Completion percentage isn't, like, mind-blowing. It's pretty solid. And it's like, I keep going back, and we'll get to the next part of this in a little bit. Like, Ben Johnson. You hired him to fix up Caleb Williams, and boy, has he. And, like, there were questions about who the best quarterback was in that draft, seeing what Jane Daniels has done, seeing what Drake May has done. At this point, it's very clear and obvious that Drake May is the best quarterback out of that draft. But is 2 Bo Nix or Caleb Williams?
I mean, what do you
want to look at? Statistic or, like,
because there are people that say, well, Caleb Williams is the best in that draft.
And in the same thing, Ben Johnson means so much to Caleb Williams. What would Bo Nix be without Sean Payton?
Right. I mean, it's a quarterback coach league.
Right. Exactly. But they got that fixed, didn't they? They figured that out in Chicago, and he's playing pretty well. So obviously advantage here. But again, Shedeur, every week it's just a little bit better. And I can't. That interception on Sunday was not good.
It was ugly.
But
it was an ugly throw.
What did he look
that's
like?
okay.
A rookie quarterback.
That's okay.
I've seen uglier throws from veteran quarterbacks. He had I would say one bad throw because there was a couple, but that's what you're going to have to live with.
How many times has Joe Flacco made that throw?
Yeah, oh yeah. Right, for sure. That's why he's not here anymore.
Right.
That's why he's not playing for Joe Burrow's back, but still, like, it is what it is. Shedeur's getting better. You still give the edge very much here to Caleb Williams and the crew. All right, well, how'd you do it?
All right, man. I know the first one's going to be controversial, but listen.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I listen to that.
I thought you were going to say unproven.
No. I think that was one of the perfect hires of the offseason. Like, I questioned the Liam Cohen hire, and all he's done is shut me up.
I questioned it too, heavily. I'm just not sold. I can't be sold.
I don't know if I'm sold on Trevor Lawrence anymore.
Win a playoff game, Trevor.
Sure, I'll listen to
Win
that.
a playoff game.
No, I think Ben Johnson, like, outside of Vrabel, which there's a little element I wish they would do AFC, NFC Coach of the Year. Ben Johnson is the Coach of the Year in the NFC. Is there any debate on that?
I agree. I mean, if Chicago wins the NFC North, I think he
Come
gets
on
Coach of
now,
the Year.
right? Yeah, come on.
Absolutely.
And it's the old model. A first-year head coach like Matt Nagy when he won it with the Bears, and you just take this team off and you turn them around quick. They had the infrastructure there. And the thing is, they've played a really hard schedule. They play in probably the best division in football. Out of division games, they had to play Philly. Like, they've had a tough go of it. They beat Dallas earlier in the year, but like, it's not been easy. So I will give the edge to Ben Johnson because I just think that he's really good. Receivers, Rome Odunze is the big one to watch this week because he's missed some games. He was limited in practice this week, so we'll have to see where they're back. But like Luther Burden, love that pick for them. I don't know. Like DJ Moore just seems to be getting phased out there for some reason.
Yeah, I don't think it's for some reason. I think he's an older receiver that probably isn't going to be on the team long term.
Loveland's taking that job over Cole Kmet, but they still have two tight ends that can hurt you. But it is Rome, and you do see how different it is for Caleb when Rome isn't out there. And I would assume Odunze will be back this week, which is not good for the Browns. So when you factor in the receivers and the tight ends, Njoku, I mean, sounds like he's going to play with the knee injury. Judy finally showed up, but this is very clearly on the edge of the Chicago Bears. Then we get to the running backs. Coming on, guy, man. I loved him coming out of the draft, and look at him here. Now, DeAndre Swift has had a remarkable season, in part because of, I think, what Ben Johnson wanted to bring with the Detroit Lions. Oh, wait a minute. What does Detroit like to do, Ryan? They got two backs. Swift and Monangai, man. Good luck stopping them this weekend. Now, again, it's good because we have our defense rolling here, but the Bears have the 5th best offense in football, but only the 14th best passing offense because they're the 2nd best rushing team in football. Shout out to Ken, who's the best rushing team in football. 157 yards a game. Bears are 152.
Certainly not the Colts anymore, huh?
Not anymore.
Best rushing team in football.
I'm giving you a twist.
I don't want any hints.
I'm bringing this up because I think there's a curveball to be thrown at
Oh,
this.
okay. What's the curveball?
Well, I don't want to tell you. You said you wanted a hint.
Oh, well, I thought you said the curveball wasn't a hint.
It is. I mean, it's a curveball. I don't know if it's a hint.
Who just pounds the rock right now? Okay, tell me AFC or NFC.
AFC.
See, I was going to say the Kansas City Chiefs.
Not anymore.
Because I know they want to
They go short yardage. They don't get to pick up a lot of chunk yardage.
It's nobody in the AFC North. AFC West?
No, other side.
AFC East? Is it the New England Patriots?
No.
The Bills?
Because you think of running back, it's Josh Allen.
And James Cook's second in the league.
James Cook is really good too, but like you think so much. They have 22 rushing touchdowns this year for the Bills. So again, it's going to be coming down to stop the line or stop the running game there. The offensive line, I mean, they went out and got Joe Thuney. That's where like you talk about a team getting built and you use free agency to just to supplement a couple of positions. And by the way, what just good Mo? Because hasn't Joe Thuney like played in like the last 4 Super Bowls in a row or something crazy like that?
Well, they signed Joe Thuney, Drew Dahlman, and what's his face, and they drafted Ozzie Trapilo. Like Browns,
Jonah Jackson, former Ohio State Buckeye.
Follow that model.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. Hey, good things happen when you take offensive skill position players in the first round. Just saying.
And then you get some line to go. Defense is no question here. And again, just to look at the Bears' defense, there are some massive holes in this. They have the 5th worst rushing defense in the NFL, 21st in passing defense. Overall, they have the 5th worst defense in football. Watch the weather screw this all up, though, but you would think Shedeur should be able to move the football. So there it is, our report card this week for the Browns and the Bears. A lot of Bears on that side, but we'll get to our picks coming up in just a little bit. Speaking of picks, we cannot go 0-18. Just can't do it. So this is the week. We've got some dogs. We'll get to our FanDuel parlay coming your way next. Stay with us. Fontana Show here on Big Play and The Rock. The parlay is next.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Garage Beer. No bitterness, no frills, no IPA, just beer-flavored beer. Find local retailers who sell garage beer near you by visiting drinkgaragebeer.com.
All right, welcome back. Matt Fontana Show right here. He's Ryan Tyler. Check us on Big Play Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Fridays, 4 o'clock on The Rock, presented by our great friends at FanDuel. Been betting some jackets. Rough go.
How are those guys doing?
Oh, Ryan, it's
not good.
It's tough, man.
Somebody just said, I don't remember who it was, that the Columbus Blue Jackets are the most irrelevant franchise.
Oh, it's Bill Simmons, because everybody was like just ripping him for. And I would say ripping him, but like, he goes, well, how many Columbus Blue Jackets conversations do you ever hear?
He's not wrong.
Well, okay, so first off, it's hockey. Hockey is dead last in North America anyway. But I would just say this to push back at Bill Simmons. That arena is full almost every night. And I like the attendance numbers, not like they're top 10 in attendance or anything like that. There is a passionate fan base for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And I myself am a passionate Blue Jackets fan. Bro, they had a game this past weekend. They were up 4-1 and 6-4 and lost in overtime, 7-6.
Okay, so what's more likely? Blue Jackets winning a Stanley Cup, Browns winning a Super Bowl?
Browns winning a Super Bowl. You know what? I don't know.
Wow.
Because
they're that
the Jackets, they can spend money. Like, they have an owner that's willing to spend money, and they've had top players. Like, they had Artemi Panarin. They had Sergei Bobrovsky. So it's just more of, like, they just need to, like, find a way to, like, mesh it all together. They have some really good young players. Adam Fantilli's really good. Kirill Marchenko is really good. Here's the problem with the Jackets. They have a massive goaltending problem. Because they have a young guy, Jet Greaves, who was playing in Cleveland last year, came up at the end of the year, lit it on fire. And now, like, Elvis Merzlikins is their guy that's their starter. He's a big guy. He's paid up. Dude, he's
I just want to let you know, if you took out the names that you just said and you flip goaltending with quarterback, you just described the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, they're very similar in that. Very similar in that. So I think I would probably still say the Browns. Because the Jackets have only made the playoffs like 3 times in my life since they've been around. So I'll go with the Browns. Hey, a little positivity for that on it. But we all started by just telling you about betting with the NHL. You can bet live on the NFL games. You can bet live in the NBA games, NHL, whatever you need with our great friends at FanDuel. Betting live is just such a game changer. You watch the game. Hey, somebody scores a goal early in a game. Ooh, wait a minute here. I still like this other team to either cover or get the win. Go check it out with the live betting at FanDuel. And actually, they have some boost tokens that are live-only types of bets. You can get it. Score just flip. Wide receivers starting to get heated up. I was telling you last week, there's some of the betting people that I follow. And as NFL games are going on, they send a tweet out and they go, ooh, Jerry Jeudy's live receiving odds or number dropped. Go grab it right now. Or, ooh, Quinshon Judkins only has a couple of yards on the opening drive here. He dropped 5. Go grab him. Get the over. The lives are where it's at with FanDuel. It's so much fun to bet. Bet responsibly as always. But it's just so much fun to be on FanDuel. The interface is second to none. The boost tokens are great. College basketball is going. Dude, did you watch that Iowa State women's college basketball game? What a finish there. Addie Crooks is so good. Go bet on all of it with our friends at FanDuel. Check them out today. Live player props, team totals, drive results, updated spreads, the next play markets. It's all there. It's fast. It's fun. It's FanDuel. Live bets move as quickly as the game does, whether you're riding the momentum or fading the hype. FanDuel puts you right in the middle of everything. Sign up today. FanDuel.com/bigplay. That is FanDuel.com/bigplay. Download the app and bet all NFL season long with our friends at FanDuel. Must be 21 over, present in select states, or 18 and over, present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rghelp.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccp.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877 8HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. A paid endorsement. 4 legs, 2 for Ryan, 2 for me. We start with me.
I'm
riding him.
I'm shocked.
Riding him again.
I'm shocked.
Mariota back in. Jaden Daniels not good. I just don't think the Giants are very good. And I know Jackson Dart is in there. This smells. I'm not, 2.5 is hard because it's not like it's 6 or something. But I'm going to take a cover here, backdoor if needed, stinky backdoor if needed. And I just think McLaurin back, you could say, like, what are the Commanders fighting for? Because, like, their season's done. Jaden Daniels shouldn't play again the rest of the season. Washington is 1-7 against the spread their last 8 games. Giants are on a 7-game losing streak. Washington is on an 8-game losing streak. I'm just going to take the Commanders in this one just because. Give me a plus 2.5. Right.
All righty. I'm going the Buffalo Bills minus 1.5 over the New England Patriots in Foxborough. Buffalo, they need this win badly if they want to try and redo taking over the AFC East. It's hard to beat a team twice in any given season. I think Buffalo Bills, like many of us at that point in the season, probably took the New England Patriots for granted. Didn't really know what Drake May and that squad was capable of. I think Buffalo's mad. Josh Allen's going to go into their home and beat them just like Drake May went into Buffalo earlier this season and beat them. I still think Buffalo's the better team, as crazy as it sounds to the records. New England Patriots, just a bad schedule. Easy wins. If they beat Buffalo twice
third
here,
place schedule,
they'll certainly shut me up. I just don't see it happening. I'll take the Bills minus 1.5.
I'll live in your world for a second. I think New England, number one, you had your bye. That could come in a bad time because you had momentum going, and all of a sudden now it's broken. They're on a 10-game win streak. New England is 8-2 against the spread in their last 10, but here's the stat for you. Buffalo has not covered in their last 5 games against the Patriots. Now, why is that? Those spreads were near double digits.
Yeah.
Buffalo is 8-4 straight up in their last 12 games against the Patriots. So we ride with Josh Allen and the crew. Next up for me, we go to Monday Night Football. Steelers knew they were beating the Ravens. That was just like, that was the quintessential Mike Tomlin. I'm going to win a game when we freaking shouldn't. They threw everything. And I think they'll do the same to the Dolphins. Dolphins are sneaky all of a sudden at 6-7. Remember, that was off the rails, man.
I know.
And give credit to Mike McDaniel. Steelers need this one more. It's at Monday Night Football game at Three Rivers Heinz Field, Acrisure Stadium. Steelers are at home for a Monday night game. They are not letting Tua Tagovailoa beat them. And again, the weather, 16 degrees. Most likely a little precipitation.
H-Chan's hurt.
What's that?
H-Chan's
been banged up too. Miami is 4-2 against the spread in their last 6 games, and they've covered 4 of their last 6 games against the Steelers. Pittsburgh is 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games, playing at home against the Dolphins. Steelers minus 3.5.
I like that one. All right, I'm going the Cincinnati Bengals plus 2.5 at home in Cincinnati, I should say, over the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens not good. Lamar Jackson's sitting out a Wednesday practice for the 3rd week in a row. Yeah, he's been doing that. I understand that. But Baltimore Ravens, listen, their defense still isn't very dominant. Joe Burrow is back. I understand. You saw him put up 30+ against Buffalo, the 2 picks. That didn't help him. But listen, I just need him to cover 2.5. They're at home. They're capable of scoring 30 with Joe Burrow any given moment. Baltimore Ravens have struggled to get to that mark ever since what it feels like week 1 against Buffalo when they played them. I like the Bengals in this one with Joe Burrow. If they would have won last week, boy, would this race look different. I got the Bengals. I would take them to outright win this one at home, but if you're just going to ask me to cover 2.5, I will happily do that.
Sometimes you just got to take the points. Baltimore is 5-2 against the spread. Their last 6 games against the Bengals, 4-1 straight up in their last 5. But here's the crazy thing about Cincinnati and Baltimore. Baltimore is 8-2 in their last 10 games in December. Cincinnati's covered their last 5. Like, they're both really good December teams. Now, this is different. I'm only worried about Joe Burrow's mental. Because he sounds like, man, he's ready to start getting checked out here. And, like, he's really upset with how this team is going. But we ride with the Bengals on the cover. Ryan, what do we got? Plus 13-4. Ooh. What's that called when it's sequential? Isn't that exactly it, sequential? When it's 13-14?
It beats me.
I think it's sequential. We'll take it as some good luck for us this weekend. Get signed up today. FanDuel.com. I think it's sequential when it's in order, right?
We'll figure it out.
FanDuel.com/bigplay. Get signed up today and ride with our parlay. All right, we got to talk about this Sherrone Moore situation, how just literally one of the craziest stories I think I've ever heard. It all happened within a couple hours. We'll discuss it all next coming up. Fontana Show and Big Play and The Rock. Stay with us. All right, welcome back, Matt Fontana Show. You can always follow us on Twitter, X at Matt Fontana Show. Can I pin my Instagram for just a second? I'm not great on Instagram. I need to be better, but I'm at Matt Fontana CLE. So follow me on Instagram, and I repost a lot of our clips from the shows, and drop me a follow there. Ryan is at Ryan Tyler 33. So check us out across all our social platforms and Big Play on YouTube as well for all of our shows there. All right, this Sherrone Moore situation, this bombshell that just came out Thursday or Wednesday night, that Michigan fired him with cause quickly. It comes out that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. Then he was arrested. There's charges. There's reports that he was threatening to hurt himself and things like that. And I want to start this conversation by saying this. I don't want anyone hurting themselves. And suicide is a very unfortunate thing that has impacted probably all of our lives in one way or another. And it's sad that I think when I say that, you probably think of somebody or know somebody or have just some sort of connection, and some are closer than others. And there's a real serious situation. So I don't want that to be a part of this. And I hope Sherrone Moore gets the help. And I know he's in like custody or was or whatever. But just to talk about this type of situation for a second, like Michigan apparently knew about this for a long time, then let their recruits sign, hired Kerry Combs the day before, and then maybe finally got the ironclad things. You got to remember there's millions of dollars at play here, is if they fire him with cause or without cause. And maybe they were just getting everything fixed up with the lawyers, that there was no way that Sherrone Moore was going to be able to sue them back for back pay and all this other stuff, like to get out of it. Just, I sit here and I go, how, if you knew about this, and I know they were investigating and things like that, but just what a terrible, a family is ruined. He's got 3 kids, and there's no one to blame in this situation but him. You know, again, I am sympathetic and I don't want him hurting himself. You put yourself in this situation, man. Don't start crying now. There are consequences for your actions. You had a position of power that you took advantage of, and you put yourself, your family, the team, the players on your team in this situation. Just, what do I always say, Ryan? You're gonna get caught. When there are receipts that he gave this girl a 50% raise, what did you think? They were gonna turn a blind eye to that?
He's just a hard worker.
Destroyed his family. I don't want to say destroyed the program. They'll move off. They'll go hire Kalen DeBoer. They'll go get somebody to take that job. That's fine.
I got a name for you.
Go ahead.
No, we'll wait.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know if there's much else to say on this other than there's another reason why Michigan is just, they're awful. They're just terrible. And it's not about like necessarily what Sherrone Moore was doing, which is terrible and awful and one of the worst things you could do. But like, Michigan's investigation, like, why did you I know why. Will you let all your recruits sign, and now your recruits can't leave until you hire a new coach? That's terrible. The NCAA needs to come down right now and say, we're giving a waiver to all of these recruits. They can leave today if they want. That's what the NCAA should do. Bryce Underwood, anybody, you want to transfer today? Go ahead. You're out of here. Go ahead. It's so bad on Michigan, man. They knew this. They waited to see if he was going to beat Ohio State. That's even worse. You're thinking if they beat Ohio State, we can just sweep this stuff under the rug? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What a terrible situation. You had a name?
Yeah, $20 million a year, okay?
Okay.
$20 million a year.
For Marcus Freeman?
For Urban Meyer.
I don't think it takes that much to get Urban.
To Michigan?
Yeah, I don't think it takes that much.
You think he would do that?
No, I actually don't. I think Urban is
20 a year is crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
I just said because Kirby makes the most at 13 mil. You got to give Urban some change if you want him to.
Oh no, Urban would be. I'm talking like. I guess we're mincing millions here, but like 15. I don't think Urban wants that job. Number one, like he really did live that Ohio State Michigan rivalry. Like he was about it. You know, he's from Ohio, so like he felt it a little bit. I think he's fine doing what he's doing. And I think when he dipped his, now again, it's college versus the pros, like that Jacksonville situation was just, he said it was the worst situation of his life.
Brian Kelly?
That's probably the glass in case of emergency.
That would be hilarious.
Please do that. Just be
I know.
another. That would be the cherry on the hate Sunday for Michigan. Not that I couldn't dislike them anymore. Please hire Brian Kelly, please. Oh, please do that. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. They're going to go run at Kalen DeBoer. They're going to make a run at Kalen DeBoer. I don't think Alabama wants Kalen DeBoer around anymore.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Bad situation all around. All right. You know, it's time for the grid. We got to stop messing around with this grid, Ryan.
Yep,
We screw around with it. We don't get it done. Let's get to it. Immaculate Grid comes your way next. Fontana Show presented by FanDuel, Physicians Ambulance, and Garage Beer. That grid is next. All right. We have an important meeting about our show next week, by the way. I'm going to ask them about the Immaculate Grid. Like, should we keep... I enjoy it.
I think people enjoy watching us struggle.
I hope people enjoy watching us struggle and play along at home with the Immaculate Grid. He's Ryan Tyler. I'm Matt Fontana. Let's go. Here we are. All right. Okay. All right. You just want to rip out the INTs?
Yeah. Recorded an interception.
I would imagine Rondé Barber probably did that in his Hall of Fame career for the Buccaneers, and I don't think he played anywhere else.
For some reason, I thought like they had to throw a pick. No, but you're right.
Oh, wait. No.
Well, I'll read it, but I feel like
Click
you're
on
definitely
it.
right.
Achieved. Yeah, so they caught an interception.
Yeah,
okay. So there you go.
Rondé, not Tiki, right?
No, Rondé, correct. Yeah, the twins. Okay.
Green Bay.
Jair Alexander.
Yeah,
you could go. Actually, wait.
Oh,
no, he didn't go to the Steelers, did he? No. Okay.
All right, come on. How many Alexanders can there be?
Probably a lot. The other Woodson obviously would be the other one.
Isn't it like J-A?
No, it's J-A-I.
No apostrophe? Okay.
Yeah, Jair Alexander. There is.
We can go Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, but you can put him for the Steelers.
True.
Unless we can come up with another one there. Too late.
And for
oh man, who was that corner that they had forever?
Bouye?
AJ Bouye. But he actually, I remember him with Atlanta. I don't know for sure.
Do you really?
I would assume like Paul Posluszny, remember him? Wasn't he like a stud linebacker there? I would assume he would have one, but I don't know.
Just one in his life. Should we do it?
Are we sure he played in Jacksonville too?
Paul Posluszny?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Or am I thinking of Paul Kruger?
No, Paul Kruger did, but Paul Posluszny,
Should I click Paul?
Yeah, go. Just do it. Okay.
Holy neck. Oh, he's part of the Neck Hall of Fame. Wow. Him, Mike Glennon.
That is a thick neck for different reasons. And Takeo Spikes. You ever see Takeo Spikes' neck? It looks like that. A massive
know
neck
Paul
on
was
that.
built
on
like
that,
that.
man. Yes, massive neck. All right. Okay.
Where do you want to
You
start?
just want to try to get the Steelers done here?
Sure. Steelers, Green Bay. Huh. I know a guy.
I got a guy. And then, all right, knock out Favre. Favre, Falcons, Packers.
See, I wasn't even aware Brett Favre played for the Falcons.
He got drafted by the Falcons. He started in Atlanta. Then he went to Green Bay. All right, back to the Steelers and the Buccaneers.
Falcons, Buccaneers. Something's screaming at me. Did Julio play for the Buccaneers one year? He did.
He did.
Right?
Yeah, he did. 100%. I thought of that, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. It is Julio Jones. All right.
Falcons, Jets?
It's not Alex Mack, because Alex Mack signed... By the way, College Football Hall of Famer Alex Mack, by the way. Congratulations. He signed an offer sheet with Jacksonville to try to get out of Cleveland, but he never played in Jacksonville. And then obviously he was in Atlanta, so I need to get Alex Mack out of my mind.
Didn't you say you remember AJ Bouye playing for the Falcons?
Yeah, but I don't feel really good about...
Okay.
I not enough to... Like, there's got to be another one that we could rip here.
Yeah. Calvin Ridley.
Oh, that's right, Calvin Ridley. Well traveled. We need to remember Calvin Ridley, because again, yeah, Tennessee, there you are. All right, well done. All right. Okay. Wide receivers.
Ha! Let's go, Matt.
What?
Antonio Brown. If I could spell it correctly.
There we are. There we are. See, we sweat it out.
Warwick Dunn.
That's a good pull. You don't remember Warwick Dunn?
Man, he looks old.
Work done was really good with Falcons. I forgot that he played in Tampa. The title, I guess, in a way that when you say work done, that makes me think Deshaun Watson grew up in homes that work done built for impoverished people when they were young. So Deshaun Watson grew up in a home that work done built in Atlanta. So work done was a beast, man. He was really good on some of those Atlanta teams. Nice. That's a grid. It's usually good luck for the Browns. Maybe good luck for our parlay. Our Browns picks come your way next. All right, welcome back. Matt Fontana Show with you. As always, so appreciate you joining us. Thursday nights, 7 o'clock, YouTube side of things, at Big Play. You can always check us out on Twitter, X, at Matt Fontana Show, at Matt Fontana 83, at Ryan Tyler 33, presented by our great friends at FanDuel, Physicians Ambulance, and Garage Beer. Ryan, is that time? I'm pulling up FanDuel as we speak. Thursday night. I know we were watching this on Friday, but it is what it is. I want to get the latest line for the Browns. 7.5. 7.5. So first off, the over-under is 38.5. And that weather is supposed to be really cold, really bad. I sneakily like the over. I don't know why. But I like it's not supposed to be all that like rainy. It's just going to be cold, you know? So how much does that affect Shedeur's game? We'll find out. Oh, man. 24-17. Bears, we cover. Give it to me.
I think we cover as well.
I think it's too many. It's too many points. I like the cover.
20 to 13.
Touchdown score. Give it to me for parlay. Fannin.
Quinshawn. You got to tote the rock.
I like Swift for an anytime touchdown. I like Caleb Williams for a passing touchdown. This is parlay I'm going to bill out. Caleb Williams passing touchdown. Give me Swift for a touchdown. I'll throw Q in there for you. I keep saying Fannin. I think he'll come on back and get that done. We got to have it. Got to clean up special teams. Got to be better on defense. Give me the cover. That's all we ask. Really appreciate you joining us. We'll be back next week. For Ryan Tyler, I'm Matt Fontana. And as always, take it easy.